Hi, I'm Terry Murphy for Realty Times Women in Business, Women in Real Estate, and In the Men's Room with Murph. And today we're definitely with Women in Business. We have expert Patricia Fripp. She's a CSP, that's a certified speaking professional, a CPAE, and is in the Hall of Fame keynote speaker. She's an executive speech coach and a presentation skill expert for years before virtual was even like a thing, right, Patricia?
That's right.
Well, people hire you to really increase their sales and by improving important conversations, which now are virtual. And you've been in this virtual space for the last 5 or 6 years, as I have. And so you know what it takes to connect virtually. You were also, I just want to throw this in, the first female president of the National Speakers Association. That is awesome, considering it was a good old boys network for a long time. You've got a lot of firsts. And if people don't know you, I'm not going to say that you're as tall as Gisele Bundchen, okay? I'm just going to say you're a dynamite package, all the way from England, famous brother. We'll talk about him in a minute. But in 2019, you were named one of the top 30 women in sales by, and one of the top 30 global keyword here, gurus. Amazing, starting as a hairdresser, to the amazing accomplishments you've been at. We are so delighted to have you as our guest today.
My pleasure. And if I were to make one comment about how a hairstylist has enjoyed such a successful career in a different world, it's taking advantage of opportunities. And for your audience and every other, Terry, what we have to learn is to take advantage of opportunity and understand the technology that we can use to connect with our customers, prospects, and colleagues.
Well, you always talk about how it's conversations, but so often we get stuck in the content and not the transformation of that content. And since you have been in the virtual world completely with Fripp TV, which has been around for about 4 years, where you're constantly in front of a camera or an audience or in front of a Zoom with executives, big time executives, on their presentation skills. Would you share with us, since you have hours and hours and hours of great content, the 3 top tips we should know about for virtual presentations, which is clearly here to stay?
The first is get comfortable talking into a camera. Obviously, if you're having a conversation and there are 2 of you on the screen, most likely you're going to be looking down at them. However, if you're delivering content, you have to look into the camera. The next part is to keep your energy up. The best way to connect is through energetic intimacy. And many of my clients are engineers. And I have to encourage them that in virtual meetings or conversations, you might have to notch your normal energy up 10 to 20%. And third, you need good sound. And if I were to add a 4th, I would make sure that everybody closes every other application or program open on their computers, because Zoom and the other platforms take a lot of bandwidth. You do not want to compete. For everyone working at home, you're going to have to negotiate with your kids. You cannot be streaming videos when mother is at work.
Those are great tips. I hope you'll join us again for another segment on how to be a rockstar virtual presenter for Realty Times, Women in Business, Women in Real Estate. Thanks for joining us.